welcome back to my channel. So today I'll actually be reviewing my Chanel Trendy CC that I got in the jersey, I believe, and it is also in the chevron pattern. So I actually really love the chevron pattern. I actually prefer it over the quilted design. So as you can see, that one of the first impressions that I got from this bag is that it is a fingerprint magnet in terms of the top. So if you are okay with that, and if you're okay with wiping it down often, then this bag is good to go for you. So this is, I believe, in the medium size. So I got this from a consignment store, and the price was really good. And actually, I wasn't looking to buy a bag so soon after I bought my vintage Chanel, but it was just too good to pass up on. So I just immediately, when I saw it, I took about a day to think about it. And luckily enough for me, it was still at the shop. So I just jumped on it, and I'm just so happy that I got it. I've been using it for about a month now. So this is just going to be a quick review of my experience using it. So as you can see, this is the one where the strap can be removed. So I believe that now the newer versions you can't actually remove the straps, because Chanel changed the design slightly so that the straps can't be removed, because I believe they received a lot of complaints from customers saying that they keep losing the straps. So this is a series 26. I can't remember the year, so I will just go check it out later and just put it down below for you. So it has three compartments. I love the design of this bag. I'm a very organized person, so the compartments, it's just a nice change from my Chanel vintage. As you know, I have a Chanel vintage classic flap, and for those of you who have a classic flap or who know about it, it is actually just one big open space. So sometimes when I want to bring more stuff, I just can't, because I'm just too afraid to put too much inside this bag. That the classic flap. Here's me just um, putting in some of the things that I usually bring. Usually, if I were to bring this bag, but if I bring my classic flap, I wouldn't bring this much, of course, because it can't even fit in the first place. So yeah, so those are my pads right at the back there. So I love how they have this kind of a hidden compartment where you can put your pads, your tampons, things like that, girly things. And the middle compartment is big enough for me to put a makeup pouch, which actually contains all of my makeup. I'm not a very uh, particular person when it comes to makeup, to be honest. I barely use it, but yeah, I can bring everything that I need in here, and I can put in some tissues and my keys. Well, my husband's keys, those are his keys. So it can be a bit, well, I wouldn't say it looks a bit stretched, but it is heavy. If you put in a lot of things, it can get pretty heavy. The bag itself is quite heavy on its own, to be honest. You have to keep that in mind when you want to stuff it. So it's easy enough to close with this amount of stuff, but I wouldn't stretch it. I wouldn't put in any more stuff than I have put in right here. So as you can see, I can fit in a phone. That is the normal size Samsung S8, if you guys remember that phone at all. So it is the similar size as an iPhone, as a normal size iPhone, not the mini, not the max, just the mid-size one. So the straps are easy enough to take out and put back in. I suppose that is why I have heard some people complain that when they are using the bag on their shoulder by the strap itself, the strap can actually come loose. It can actually come off, and they've experienced their bags just dropping on the floor just like that while they are walking. So far, in the month or two that I have had this bag, luckily it hasn't happened to me. Um, but whenever I do carry it on my shoulder with the long strap, I do make sure I have a hand on it at all times, just in case that it does fall off. So even though it is a jersey bag, I wouldn't want an expensive bag like this to just drop on the floor, right? Yeah, so when I store it, I just put it on my dresser like this, and I will just pull in the strap, you know, to make sure that it doesn't just lie across the back or the front. Yeah, so that's the bag in natural lighting. Actually, the camera doesn't really capture the blue of the bag. I just really, really love that blue color. So this is just me doing some mod shots for you. So my favorite is just carrying. Actually, I love carrying it on the shoulder, in my hand, by the top handle. I do love a good top handle bag, and this is actually a very good top handle bag. So and I just love carrying it. I love carrying it on my elbow, my hand, and things like that. It's just a nice bag to use. Because of the size and because of the material that it is made from, I would usually use it for a more casual outing, like perhaps like a I wouldn't use it for a dinner date. I would use my classic flap for a dinner date. I would use this usually for like morning breakfast dates, lunches, just casual outings. And I love how the yellow of the hardware is just reminiscent of the vintage classic flaps. Even though it's not as yellow as the vintage classic flaps, it is I would say it's more yellow compared to the light gold hardware of the current bags that we have right now. Yeah, so I really do enjoy this bag. This bag comes in, I believe you know that the bag comes in lambskin, it comes in small size, it comes in a medium, and I believe it also comes in a large, which is actually quite big, and it comes in the quilted pattern and the chevron pattern. But I just do really love this bag. I may actually get a small one in lambskin, but for now I'm pretty happy with this one. Thank you so much for watching, guys. See you in the next one. Bye.